Previously in Q&A session.
We're going to ask them some questions. And your guess is correct. So we're from the Philippines.
Q&A. Welcome to Q&A session with Maestro Jomar.
Do you feel being discriminated
Here in Taiwan?
Feel sorry for the discrimination from society.
But right now we don't feel discriminated in a public school.
Okay, so Michelle has a question here.
Would you encounter this problem?
Do you feel being discriminated
Here in Taiwan?
in Taiwan in your workplace?
I think yes, before, like because we are from Asian country like the Philippines, right? So the kids in from schools prefer to have teachers or English teachers from English speaking countries like the US, the UK, Australia, New Zealand, and other countries. So it's like they don't trust Filipino teachers to teach English here in Taiwan. A few years ago, the Ministry of Education is welcoming Filipino teachers to teach in a public school. That's why we started to teach in elementary public school like last year. And then this year, so he joined the public school.
I used to teach in a private
school.
So private school also they have a different preference for foreign teachers. They prefer teachers who are from America, USA, from UK, from Australia, those who have English as their first language. But there are countries where English is very popular. It's widespread. It's being used by majority of the population. Like in the Philippines where we come from, English is one of our official languages. In Singapore, the population of Singapore also majority of them have English as their language as a medium of instruction as well. As a matter of fact, they have their own variety. It's Singapore English. It's English. It shouldn't be exclusive for people who are from these countries where they have English as their first language.
Yeah, because we are also qualified to teach English here in Taiwan. It's just that it's in a short word, it's like a racial discrimination. Like most of Taiwanese students prefer to have Americans, like British.
Those who have English as their first language.
Yeah, their first language.
But even English has different varieties. It's a variety.
Yeah, even our accent is different from them, right? If you can notice it. But we can speak English, we can express ourselves, and we can teach.
But it's in the context of the cram school, bushiban.
Yeah, bushiban.
Because bushiban, you pay extra, right? It's not like the regular school. It's like after your regular school hours, right? So after you finish, let's say 5 p.m., you go to bushiban, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. So you pay extra.
Yeah, so we asked you earlier, right, whether you have Filipino teachers in cram school before, and you said no. So that's the reason. Since you pay a lot to go to a cram school, so most of cram school owners hire teachers from English-speaking countries because your parents usually prefer those teachers. And what other problems have you encountered aside from that?
Cram school? But now as Maestro Jeff said, the government of Taiwan, especially Ministry of Education, is recognizing Philippines as having English as one of our official languages. So if you are a licensed teacher from the Philippines, then you can teach English legally in Taiwan. So it's a good step. I think if the government wants to achieve bilingual education by 2030.
Maybe in a few years, like 5 or 10 years, so you can see a lot of Filipino teachers here teaching in a public school, teaching English. The discrimination for Filipinos has been somehow solved since they already welcome Filipino
on
people
papers,
based
but
on the qualification.
yeah, on papers. But also when you are in the workplace, you'll never know people's
Yeah.
perceptions and preferences,
You
right?
cannot avoid racial discrimination
It's
wherever you go.
everywhere.
It's
Yeah.
everywhere.
So discrimination and inequality regarding your question, it's everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
So even Taiwanese, some of our Taiwanese friends, when they actually have working holidays in other countries like Australia, UK, Canada, you will hear them giving you stories that in one way or another they felt discriminated in certain situations. Yeah, so it's everywhere. And somehow, even those who are from America, sometimes they also feel discriminated.
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
those Black Americans because of their color.
The color. And we're living in this kind of world so that sometimes people treat other persons based on their color.
Yeah.
Not really on their potentials and
Or
capabilities
qualifications.
or qualifications, but physical characteristics. Yeah. It's a very interesting question. This question is something that I don't encounter every day in my classroom.
So have you felt also like discriminated before by other nationalities?
Have you ever been outside Taiwan?
Mhm.
Have you traveled outside Taiwan? No. Yes.
You,
Where did you go?
country?
We went to
So
Japan.
have you experienced like discriminated by Japanese?
Neo. You were too small. Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah. Okay. But yeah, maybe as a tourist, not so much, right?
Because you only visit there
But
for
maybe when
just
you
couple of days
yeah,
a week.
when you become professional and you will be working there, also it depends on the job that you will be taking. But it's hard to tell because we also have never been to Japan as a tourist or as a worker. But I heard Japanese are also similar to Taiwanese.
Yeah,
Like
they are
most
very
of
nice
them are
people.
very friendly, very polite, and very, very respectful. It's also interesting to teach in English in Japan. We know several people
It's a good country. It's very clean.
and very progressive.
Yeah, progressive.
How can you overcome
That kind of problem.
How to overcome those kinds of problems? Well, me personally, in a public school now, because I moved from a private school to a public school, it's also different. You know what I mean? Because in the public school now, you are working directly under the Ministry of Education. So, and my colleagues
But right now we don't feel discriminated in a public school.
in the public school,
We only feel it
Yeah.
like when I was in a primary school and when we were in a
in
private school.
the private schools,
Because
particularly in an international
in
school.
international school.
Because international schools, they hire a lot of
Various English teachers from different countries.
yeah. So you can feel that.
Yeah.
So
What do you
you
mean?
may
That's so bad.
Yeah, it's actually feel
That's
bad. And then we don't actually care. That's why we don't talk to them. We just only do our job. As long as we do our job, so we don't care whatever they say about us.
but yeah, you're correct because international school students they pay more, right? They pay extra, and these kids are going to countries like UK.
Yeah,
They will be
UK,
studying
US.
universities in the UK, in
Australia.
America, in Canada, in Australia. So they have, especially parents who pay their tuition. They still prefer, teachers who are
Right.
yeah,
Good question.
from countries which have English as their first language. Maybe you think, but they hired you, right? Maybe you think, but teacher, you were hired there. Yes, it's a good start. It's a good start that they are hiring. But if there will be another set of foreigners who are from another countries, your security, be staying there, might be a little questionable. Right? It might be a little questionable there. But in the public school, to be honest, I don't feel being
Yeah, I
discriminated.
really like my school.
Our colleagues in the public school in Taiwan, in Taichung particularly, they are very supportive. They are very helpful,
That's why we can survive here in Taiwan because of them.
especially in the public
The
school.
public school. So we prefer to be in a public school because we are very welcome and we don't feel
That's something that
discriminated.
we can advise to your viewers.
Yes.
If you really want
to teach
a
here
very
in
healthy
Taiwan
working
environment.
environment,
So
and you're looking
choose
forward to stay here like
a longer period of
yeah.
time. So
Go
choose
to your target should be working in the public
public
school.
I admire your bravery. You left your comfort zone and came to work in Taiwan. Thank you for your courage and giving me a little strength to continue to face the next challenge.
that is one of our qualities as Filipinos. Most of Filipinos actually go to different countries because we want to have a better life. Because if we only stay in our country in the Philippines, we cannot support our family. That's the yeah, that's the main reason why we go to different countries like Taiwan, because we cannot get the salary that we get here in Taiwan. So if we just stay in the Philippines, so we cannot support our families because we are the breadwinner of our families. So thank you for giving that adjective. We feel glad that you see that from us, that we are very brave to go to a foreign country.
I feel sorry for the discrimination in from society, but I think the government's motivation is good, and
Mhm.
we need some people like you in Taiwan to teach English.
Yeah, we actually appreciate it that the government welcomes us, the
We
Filipinos
appreciate
here
you
in
too.
Taiwan.
Thank you
So
so
that is why
much.
we work hard also. And then we do our best to impart our knowledge so that our students can improve their English proficiency. Because the government pays us a lot. I mean, we get a better pay here in Taiwan compared to our country. So it's like it's our pay for them to do our best.
And at the same time, teacher Jeffy is finishing his EDD, that's Doctor of Education. So yeah, doctor is after
Yeah.
masters is Doctor
Yeah,
of Education.
it's like we are still learning. We want to learn more. Yeah, we want
and
to
then,
learn more.
and then I am also finishing my PhD here. So
That's right.
learning never stops, and we want to learn more so we can give our Taiwanese kids, Taiwanese students, the best
Education.
learning experiences also from us. And also, we want to thank our public school
Yeah,
where we teach.
where we
The
teach.
public schools where we are connected because they allow us. Like for me, they allow me to be in Taipei because I study in Seda, and then they allow me to go there every Wednesday. So they support the idea of graduate school.
Yeah.
So to the viewers, if you would want to teach
study
at the
here,
same time to study masters, to finish
Yeah,
your
you can
masters,
find a scholarship here
Because-
because he is a scholar.
yeah, you have to prove your worth because there are so many applicants, there are so many Filipino teachers who want to teach, and not everybody is given an opportunity to be here. So the moment that you are here, take care of the
Yeah,
opportunity.
the opportunity.
So you also have to work hard.
Yeah, it's the same with you. Like you are given the opportunity to study in NTU, so you have
Yeah,
to work.
in Seda.
Yeah, to work hard for it. So it
Yeah.
doesn't mean that you already passed the test and you
Yeah.
already enrolled in that university, and then you will not work harder. So you have to,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's a long process. You have to stay there like for 4 years, right? So
And could you imagine there are a lot of students, like senior high school students who
who
want
wants
to study in
there?
Taida and
Yeah.
Seda, but you're given an opportunity.
Yeah,
So
you're
the
one
moment
of
that
the luckiest students to be in that university. So you have to work, and work hard.
you're
Yeah, and I
welcome.
hope you will get admitted in that university, because
I
I
hope
think
that
it's
you'll pass.
it's everyone's dream to
To be in
study
Taida.
in that
In
university.
Taida, it's National Taiwan
That is
University.
the number one university in Taiwan, right?
Yes. Depends on your major. For example, if you want to be a doctor, you can go to Yangming University.
It's in Taipei also.
In Taipei, or you can go China Medical University.
Would you like to say something for my subscribers, especially those Filipino teachers who want to teach them in Taiwan? And so
Yeah, regardless where they come from, right? We welcome them and we appreciate their hard work.
thank you so much. So it's nice to meet you again, and we are very glad that you talked to us.